On the Bibby Stockholm, Sky's Rob Powell has exposed a really complex timeline, much more than originally thought. Apparently, the results came back on Monday, were first communicated to the Home Office on Tuesday, but somehow ministers apparently didn't find out until Thursday. The health department didn't find out until Friday, which I find extraordinary. Steve Barclay was doing the media rounds on Monday, going, "It's not my department." Really? Deadly virus, deadly bacteria is not your department. Does this have the potential to run more, to turn into actually a scandal of who knew what and when?
You kind of hope so, but I think that's maybe having too much faith in the British media and the British and kind of the discussion around asylum seekers. I think
I don't know. A slow news week can turn quite quickly, can't it?
But if a lot of if the media have been presenting these people as they are men of fighting age, etc., and to suddenly pivot from that using dehumanising language, the Home Secretary and lots of Home Secretaries have been using just really horrible language about these people, and to go from parroting those lines and creating kind of a fear of these people as like the bogeyman, to then being, well, we need to look after them.
Yeah.
I suppose saying these people should not be exposed to Legionnaire's disease is actually not that.
The bar is really low now.
They kind of tried that on Sunday. They tried to suggest that, well, this just proves what terrific care of them we're taking and how sensitive we are to their needs. Oh, that you removed them from deadly bacteria only after 5 days.
None of them have caught it, so it's fine.
As recently as last Sunday, actually, Robert Jenrick was telling the media the barge was perfectly decent accommodation. Steve Barclay, in his Monday media rounds, emphasised that nobody got sick. And migrants were moved off as a precaution, which I love. They keep repeating this phrase. Are we hours away from Lee Anderson saying that back in his day we got legionnaires and never moaned about it?
I think we're about 20 minutes from Lee Anderson and the strangest young Conservative you can find scaling the side of the Bibby Stockholm. It was led by donkeys scaled Michelle Moan's yacht.
Yes.
It's going to be Lee Anderson licking the Bibby Stockholm and proving, and then saying we could just plug the gap with the best asbestos or something like that.
It's a niche corner on Pornhub.
Very popular though.
Seth, do you think that Braverman...
What a terrible introduction.
Speaking of Pornhub.
Yes, I meant Seth is a niche. Seth, do you think that Braverman is actually quite vulnerable, considering just how badly last week went?
I don't think so, and it's partly because of this dehumanisation of migrants in the first place. But also, she may not be the brightest bulb on the tree, but there are plenty of cabinet ministers who you can say are not the brightest bulb on the tree. And Suella Braverman's
Do
great...
trees have bulbs? What's going on with your metaphor?
Christmas time in August. But the problem with Braverman is she does know how to throw red meat to Tory activists. She does know exactly what they want. And actually, the analogies I can think of would be people like Chris Grayling or Grant Shapps. None of these people are thought as prime ministerial material, but actually they give the Tory rank and file exactly what they want. And unfortunately, I'm going to make a prediction here. I think the next Tory leadership election is most likely to be a runoff between Suella Braverman and Kemi Badenoch.